much, David. A major debate is taking place in LA over tenure for teachers. Students are suing, saying tenure helps protect bad teachers. The outcome from the trial could impact everyone, including us here in San Diego. Here to give us her thoughts is Reagan Duncan of the California Teachers Association. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
We won't keep you too long because you have to get to class, right?
I do.
But let's talk about this. Just kind of give us a brief synopsis of what's going on in Los Angeles.
Well, what's going on in LA right now is this case, this Vergara case, and sadly what it's really not about is students.
Yeah.
What it's really about is a billionaire and special interest corporations taking a very personal interest in pushing their own agenda in public education. Now, decisions that are solutions to what's best for the problems that are going on in public education, they don't come from a courtroom. They come when parents and teachers and the community come together to talk about how to solve and how to meet all of these vast, different things that children really need in the classroom, and we're trying to meet those needs. So they come from those conversations. That's where we should be focusing.
Do you think it should have gotten to this point? I mean, it seems like it would be pretty simple to just fire the ineffective teachers. Why don't school boards just take that approach?
Well, to begin with, there's absolutely a way to get ineffective teachers out of the classroom, and any teacher would be the first to admit that we want highly qualified and very high quality teachers in the classroom. Any teacher would agree with that. And in fact, struggling teachers who are ineffective in the classroom can be let go and are let go every year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens. But it's important to make sure you support those teachers first. I believe that a teacher should receive support, and if they're not meant for the profession, they should be and can be counseled out of the profession. And there is something in place that gives assistance to the teachers. So you have a peer assistance and administrative assistance program for those teachers. And if they don't show growth and they don't improve their teaching, they can be let go. So there already exists a system in order to make sure that ineffective teachers don't stay in the classroom.
Well, one thing that the students are saying is essentially they're just being overlooked, that there's a comfortability level and they have a position, they've been there for a while, they keep the position, and that's it. So how do you address something like this? Instead of getting to this point where you're going through court and the students are, up in arms, and now the teachers are up in arms over all of this, I mean, how do we do away with this? How do we address the problem?
Well, I feel like what the words that keep coming up over and over and over is that we've got bad teachers, and that's a system that has been set up, and it's that way because we have.
There are some bad teachers out there, but there are many wonderful teachers out there as well.
Absolutely. But there's a system that we have that people call tenure. It's frequently referred to as tenure, and tenure doesn't actually exist. It's not tenure, it's called permanent status. So after 2 years of teaching, if a teacher's received good evaluations from their administrators, then they receive what's called permanent status, not tenure.
Okay.
And even if a teacher has permanent status, they can still be let go if they're an ineffective teacher.
I see. So
they go through that plan as well. Now, if a teacher goes through their first 2 years and they receive their permanent status, it's an important part. It's a special time, because for those first 2 years they can be let go for any reason or for no reason at all, which is kind of something I think people don't really know about.
Right.
I mean, myself as a first-year teacher, I remember struggling so much with just basic classroom management, and struggling with the curriculum, and struggling with all of these different things.
And probably having that in the back of your mind, thinking you can get let go for any reason.
And what seniority means is experience. So,
and going off of that word, why do we need seniority provisions? Let's talk about that real quick.
And that's what that permanent status equates to, is seniority. So if you think about seniority as experience, so my first year teaching was, let's say, I learned a lot about what not to do.
And we all do that, no matter the job.
And now 10 years down the road, you look in my classroom and it's a completely different setup. I've learned extremely wonderful classroom management techniques from other teachers, from colleagues, through collaboration, and through going to classroom development and staff development. So I've, through my experience, been able to gather those things. I mean, in what other profession do you discount experience?
Right.
When you go to try to find a pediatrician for your child, you're looking for an experienced pediatrician. When I go and get a family photo taken, I want an experienced photographer.
You don't want your head cut off in the picture. That's right. Hey, we're running out of time really, really quick. Where do you think it'll go from here?
Well, I'm hoping that the case will absolutely go in our favor, and that they realize that the problem isn't tenure. The problem isn't seniority. That the problem is a deeper problem that needs to be addressed again by teachers coming together with the community and with the students and talking about the problems, because there isn't one size fits all approach for everyone.
All right. Yeah. Well said. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here. All right, now rush off, get to class.
I will. Thank you.
All right.